So moving on from X-Men for a little bit, Transformers 5, 6, and 7 are getting official release dates according to Paramount and Hasbro. And apparently there is a Bumblebee spin-off movie happening. So I'm going to read off the release dates real quick. Transformers 5 is going to open June 23rd, 2017. Transformers 6, which apparently is a Bumblebee movie, according to what
makes sense,
Jake
yeah.
wrote, June 8th, 2018. And then Transformers 7, June 28th, 2019. So 17, 18, and 19. Next year, the year after, and the year after that.
So, yeah, 3 years in a row, yeah.
So what do you guys think? What's your reactions to more Transformers and the Bumblebee spinoff?
A little deja vu. I mean, seems like Paramount saw the success of a little thing called Star Wars and tried to bite them a little bit, going main storyline spinoff, main storyline spinoff, main storyline spinoff. I mean, I would be more excited about this if the fact that there was no Michael Bay involved. And I like the Bumblebee thing because I think a lot of people have been wanting it for a long time because he is the fan favorite. The only thing is the dude can't talk. He communicates through the radio, so that'll make it very interesting, the route they go. They revealed earlier this week that it's actually going to be a low-budget Bumblebee spinoff, which is going to be interesting for a Transformers movie. But as for the release dates, I mean, I'm cool with it as long as they do well critically because they've gotten eaten alive the last 3 movies. Yes, they made $1 billion, and that's why they're doing this, but they need to be better movies and for people to really go back and see them because if they're not better, people are going to get really tired of them fast. So hopefully someone after Transformers 5, maybe Michael Bay will send off Transformers in a great light with a great movie. Who knows? But I'm more excited about After 5 because there will be no Michael Bay involved. Hopefully the writer room that they brought together steps up and does something right. Because Transformers is a hot property, and it has been for a while. It's just they haven't been done justice on the screen, which is unfortunate. But as for the release dates, cool. I mean, hopefully I don't get tired of them. I like that there's a spin-off in there because it'll be different. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, initially, I don't care about this story at all. I watched Transformers 4 on Netflix one night, and I couldn't even get through it. So horrible. But the only thing that intrigues me about this at all is the Bumblebee spinoff movie. Because I guarantee you Michael Bay is not going to direct 5, the Bumblebee spinoff, and 7. It's just like physically impossible unless you're going to shoot them all back to back to back like Lord of the Rings or like The Hunger Games, something like that. But I don't think they're going to do that. It wouldn't even make sense to film Transformers 5 back-to-back with a Bumblebee spinoff. Like, they're not going to be using the same sets. I wouldn't think so. So it doesn't even make sense. But, so I'm thinking that the Bumblebee spinoff movie will be a different director, and it'll be that team of writers that we were all excited about them getting together before they announced Michael Bay was returning will be involved with that too. I mean, I know Michael Bay's going to produce it still, but what does produce mean? He could just...
Well, it's because he's been involved in the
just
first
throw his name on it. That's all. Yeah. So I'm curious. They say they want to go cheaper route. So it's not going to be on like a different planet other than Earth.
Well, we don't know.
Because that would be expensive if they're going to do that. If they're going to do a different planet in another. I don't think there's going to be any other Transformers in the movie. Just Bumblebee and maybe whoever he has to fight. And then there's going to be a lot of human story involved, which kind of scares me because that's been the problem with the Transformers movie so far. But I'm a tiny, tiny bit excited for the Bumblebee because I thought it's charming in the movies when he has to talk using a song to express his, what he wants to say. So if they can do that somehow, I think it could be cool. But other than that, I really don't care.
Yeah, these Transformers movies suck. I tell you, they're freaking cancer.
No holding back, just getting right to it.
These movies are a cancer to the blockbuster, name. People actually think these movies are good, and that's the worst part about this. Jake, you said that audiences are getting fatigued. I think they're already fatigued. we saw I've talked about it numerous times on the site, but the numbers have slowly decreased for domestic box office total for Transformers, and now they're more of a profit. I mean, there's still a profit here, but they're more of a profit
Overseas,
over in
in
especially
Japan.
in China.
Oh,
Yeah,
China, yeah.
yeah. The Bumblebee spinoff, I think that's a direct result of the writers' room. Again, you have Akiva Goldsman, Oscar-winning writer, Stephen DeKnight, Zach Penn, who did The Avengers, Robert Kirkman. So that I'm a little bit excited about. I am like, how the hell is he gonna talk? I mean, they're probably gonna fix his voice. Probably, who knows? You know.
Well, there's also a possibility of it being an origin story.
Could be an origin story.
That's true. Before he lost, do they ever explain why he can't speak?
His vocal thing was damaged.
Damaged that I think it was when he first landed.
Yeah.
In the first one.
Okay, so if it's a prequel, that's interesting.
Bring back Shia LaBeouf.
I think the one thing, I mean, being one, because I actually played the Fall of Cybertron games on Xbox, Transformers games, the most recent ones. The Cybertron War is the Transformers movie they need to do.
Well, I think that's a possibility, and but it'll be so expensive. But they'll make their money back.
I think
they can spend $400 million on it. It's going to make $1 billion.
One, there's
no matter
no humans
what.
involved.
Yeah.
Two, you really see the conflict between the Autobots and Decepticons.
I think that's the story that needs to be told.
It's been the story that everyone's been wanting since they announced the Transformers franchise. So.
Yeah, and Transformers. Look, as far as the release dates go, they're just following Star Wars and Fast and Furious now, and like I said, they're just planting full flags. So that's all that really is. Anything else?
Yeah, just most of the people who even are aware that these release dates are here now aren't going to be most people seeing the movie. It's going to be all the casual fans that have no idea that these movies are even. I mean, they can predict that they're coming, but they don't like. I can't ask a random person on the street, hey, did you hear about the Transformers release dates? They wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So it's just funny.
Do we think that, well, let's throw a question out there. Do you think that one of the writer's room members will direct
I don't
either
think,
Bumblebee spinoff
are
or
any of them
the
directors?
future? Well, Robert Kirkman did The Walking Dead, and Stephen Knight has done
it's possible.
Spartacus
It's
and
possible.
Ran Daredevil.
Daredevil.
I'd be totally cool with that. I think, from their perspective, I think they're like, look, we're going to write these scripts, but Michael Bay's going to do whatever he wants with the movies. This Bumblebee movie is our chance to do something cool and something actually
I hope
good.
that's the case. Hope that's the case.
Because I don't think Michael Bay is going to be directing it. I freaking hope. If he does, I give up on this franchise for good.